I really am getting old, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, okay, let me check. Let me check on Facebook. Just a little bit. Cool. Let me just. I don't see it on Facebook yet. What is going on? Is it on Watch? No, it's not. Give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen, while I fix this one. Is it? Alright, here. I'm live. Alright. Cool. Almost did not see that. I am getting old, ladies and gentlemen. I really, I'm not fit to do any of this stuff anymore. It's already been a year, by the way. Schizo podcast has been here for a year, and I don't know if it's getting better or it's getting worse. But that's not really the point of the podcast. It's just to share people my point of view, and from time to time rant about certain things that I'm seeing. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I really don't know. I'm just doing it because I want to do it. And some you may be learning from the stuff that I'm saying. It's highly unlikely, but you know, it's also within the realm of possibility. Anyway, so my name is Miguel, and this is Schizo podcast, and we are at episode 48 now, if I am not mistaken. And hopefully you are still tuned in. May it be live or on the on the post on YouTube. Yeah. Also on Facebook, I am live, and you can also watch it after I'm done. Anyway, so the topics today are pretty. I don't know. It's probably predictable because it's the talk of the town recently. It's about Duterte, and Duterte is the president of the Philippines, and Leni, who is the vice president. I have not heard from her for a very long time, but she had her time on the spotlight just yesterday night actually, and she was the one who did the speech for Duterte, I guess. But now Duterte made a statement. I guess Duterte did not like Leni's statement, and which kind of prompted a war of words, maybe, or prompted Duterte to really make a defense stance about what Leni was saying yesterday. Um, my thing is, Duterte is acting a little bit more like you know he's being too defensive. Is my thing. He's not really. I mean, if you don't really if you don't if you don't take what Lenny said as an attack to you, I mean, it could be misconstrued as an attack. Depends on who you are. Of course, people will say if you're a DDS, you'll think of what Lenny was saying as an attack. But if you're just a nonchalant citizen of the Philippines, then you wouldn't think of it as anything. And I think Duterte really is kind of in a defensive mood, maybe, because I know and I really see that he is under a lot of pressure. People have been speculating that he's sick because what is this thing that he's doing? He's trying to what is the official term for that? I forgot, but he's kind of like quarantining himself to all of us. They did not say what he's going through. They did not specify what the reason is for him to do that. So a lot of people are speculating that he is maybe sick, maybe he has COVID, or maybe he has something that is could be said that he's not an able leader for our country. So maybe they're preventing an impeachment. Again, this is just speculation on my end. I'm not really sure. I have no idea of what is really going on. But if it is that serious, then maybe Duterte should at least give it to someone who is more able. But anyway, let's get back to the words of Leni and Duterte. So Duterte said that the most noteworthy of what he said was that no matter who sits here, even if he dies, the problem of the Philippines or the government will still be the same. And so he was saying to Leni that don't put more gasoline in the fire, which, is an implication that the government really is on fire right now. And I don't think this is any surprise to any of us who is like closely watching or is directly affected with what the government is doing right now. So I do agree that the government is kind of on fire right now, and this is not to anyone's to any Filipino citizens' fault. It is the government officials' fault through and through, and there is no pass for them. They really should be they should be taking all of the blame here. Um, I don't think we did anything to deserve any of those freaks in the government. But like to be fair, I think this is a systemic problem. As I've said before, like maybe 10 or 11 episodes ago, I did say that this is a systemic problem. It's not one person's problem. It's not because of Duterte that we have a corrupt governance. It's because of all those people who are in office, from Duterte maybe up to the to the root. It's all because of the Duterte is not the sole problem here. He could be a part of the problem, but it's not just him. This is a system that's been going on for years, for decades, for centuries, probably. Yeah, I would guess that's been centuries. It's even before I was born, problem has already been occurring to this government that we have. This is a system. No matter who we vote or who we put in place, if the system is still there, unless we do something to break that system of corruption, nothing will happen. We will still be in this never-ending cycle of corrupt politicians, corrupt leaders who will just take money from us, who will be out there looking for their own selves and not care about those people who are directly affected by their own corruption. And so that's something that's already a given at this point in time. And do I have a solution for that? It's very vague, but just remove or like take out the root of the system, which I don't know how. And so that's a problem that is still up for debate. What we should do, us as Filipino citizens. The short term is really be careful on who we put in office. But again, if the system is be a corrupt politician, then even if we vote a high integrity person out there, there's still a high chance that that person is gonna be tainted by all of those people who are in office and also the system. So if that person really is strong in his beliefs, if that person is strong in his integrity, then maybe he won't be tainted by all those things by the system. But if not, then he's just gonna be part of the system. So it's still a hard thing for us to really put a hand on or like put a finger on. Yeah, so So that's one thing, and another thing that's been debated on is which one should we put focus on? Duterte wanted to put focus on, or like put more value on the military, on the police, while Leni, what she said yesterday, we should put more attention to the frontliners and to the medical professionals. Okay, I think they're both wrong. Both are not the okay. Which one is the most important of the two? I think the medical professionals. We should put more importance to them compared to the military and to the to the police. One is because obviously even the police and even the military are, you know, hard-headed. They are not following their own procedures or their own measures in order to prevent COVID. And while the frontliners are the one experiencing, or like the ones having a hard time to cure or maybe just prevent COVID in general. That's why if you wanna put priority to someone, it is to someone who is really experiencing these things, who is uh, directly doing something to prevent the disease. And I think they're the ones who should be be protected, or like increase the number. But to say that they're the ones that's needed right now, I think that's wrong. I think the one that's needed right now is research. Let's just be honest right here. All the things that we're doing in order to prevent COVID, you know, all the things, all the measures that we're trying to do is kind of faulty. It's kind of stupid. And I think I would blame that to one, very stupid leaders, very I don't know, yeah, just stupid in general. They're educated. I think a lot of our leaders are. Some of them are from Harvard, although obviously that's faked. And so a lot of our politicians, a lot of our leaders are educated in some way. They're probably from Ateneo or UP. And so I know they're educated, but they're just very, very stupid. Or at least they're trying to act stupid with all these measures that they're trying to do. There's just not a lot of research with all the things that they're making us do in order to prevent the disease. You can classify that into classism as well. Maybe because all the things that they're trying to do is very easy for them as someone from the higher class, but they did not really think of the lower class, which is having a hard time with all these things. Like for me, the face shield thing. This is very stupid. If I ask you, what is the face shield for? Will you be able to give me a very direct answer? What is it for? No, because you don't know what it really is for. People will say that, oh, it's to prevent the disease from spreading. How? Why? Can you say? No, right? It's not something that you can really say outright, because like we have mask. That is very obvious what it does in order to prevent the disease. I think everyone knows what it does. But if you have mask already, what is the face shields for? Right? It's kind of a redundant thing. Maybe you're trying to be overly protective, but like again, this is not something that is very clear. I know, based on what I'm reading, well, from my research, that face shields is actually made for to prevent the disease, because it is said that the disease can not only go through the respiratory system, which means like through the mouth or through the nose. It can also go from the eyes, and this is a claim from a person who is a doctor, who said, like in the beginning of the year, said that he got the COVID because even though he had complete gear, he has the face mask, and he did not remove it all through his flight. And then he said, okay, I maybe got it from my eyes. It's a guess. It's basically from a guess. And then they said, all right, maybe we should do a face shield, because it's possible that it can come through the eyes, and I think that's bullshit. I think that person did just not want to admit that he can get the COVID even though he has a mask, and so that's why we're suffering the consequences. We're paying 50 pesos every time we want to use a face shield. You can recycle it, sure, but the fact of the matter is, it is still a waste of money, and it's also like environmentally, it is very harmful because it's plastic. You know, it's there's two ply. What do you call this? Like a screen protector for the face shield, and so that's times two times or maybe three times the carbon footprint that is unnecessary, and we will suffer that consequence sooner or later. Maybe now it's such a great idea for the politicians for as a measure, but I don't think they really thought that through. You can maybe maybe if I go to the Senate, I can ask them like outright. Will they be able to give me an answer? I really doubt that, but I'd love for me to go to one of those meetings that they have and just ask them a direct question. Do they really know the purpose of their of the measures that they're doing, without saying that it is to prevent the disease? I know that all these measures that they're trying to put forth are to prevent the disease or prevent the spread of the disease. But how? That's what I'd like them to explain to us. How? How is it, or what makes it prevent the disease? Like this, like the barrier thing. It's very obvious that it's a stupid idea. They still went with it. They still told us that this is mandatory and you should have it in order for us to prevent the spread of the disease. However, they did not explain how. How is it able to spread the disease, right? And now, obviously, they're no longer mandatory. It is no longer needed, and thus giving us the the confirmation that this thing is not really needed, and the government is just talking out of their ass. They don't really know what they're talking about. They just wanna feel like they're doing something, I guess, or they're looking for ways to steal money from us, because for sure, since there's face shields, a lot of like business people, they're gonna bring in face shields from China, maybe from Europe, maybe Thailand. Who gives a fuck? But at the end of the day, it's gonna go through customs, and they're gonna put some tax in there, and they're gonna make money from that. That's a lot of millions that they're gonna pocket because they put forth a law. It's because right now it's mandatory to wear a face shield whenever you are in a commercial establishment, which I found out the hard way. I went to Eastwood earlier, and then I was wearing a mask, and then they told me, "Oh, sir, kailangan nyo ng face shield." Come on, man. Dalawa pa, putang ina naman eh. Bad trip. So I just did not go. It's something that I hate, and I hope we really correct this one. So my point is, I gave you that very long explanation of just telling you that we need more research. We need more research because these government officials, given the fact that they want to steal money from us, they do not know what the fuck they're trying to do. All right? So I think their main basis for their judgment for saying yes to any bill or to any law is just, are we going to make more money from that? If that's a yes, then they'll say yes to it, which is what I think is the reason why they said yes to the face shields. They do not know any better. I think we need some research to tell them that face shields is not really the thing. Face shields will not prevent the spread of COVID. It could prevent maybe like 0.00001 chance, but it's for the price and for all the negatives that it will give to our environment, to the financial aspect of the lower class. I don't think it's worth it. You know, this is not worth it. We need really need research. So fuck you, by the way, Cynthia Villar, for saying that research para sa bayan. Puro na lang research. Tang ina mo. You should know better. You know, I mean, I do not expect you to know better because you're living a very what do you call this? Elitist life. You are basically just living off your husband's money, and I understand that you're very stupid because of that. You think maybe you're very entitled because of that, and so I am not surprised that you don't know any of these things, that you don't know that research is very important. I know that, I understand that, so just please shut your mouth and have us more research for you guys to know as well, for the politicians to have an idea, and maybe for us Filipino citizens as well to really have something to go against the government with, because if we have research to say that all these measures that they're telling us is not something that works, then we can counter them that, hey, stop doing this, stop making money out of this shit, because it's not really working. All you're doing is just trying to feed your family, trying to pocket all the money you can get through the customs, through whatever, through the taxes, and in the end, it's the Filipino citizens who are suffering. So yeah, that's my point of view. That's 22 minutes. I'd like to end there, but I did say I'm going to talk a little bit about the NBA. I'm sure a lot of you know. Luka Doncic just hit a game winner. By the way, I'd like to announce that I am officially part of the Luka Doncic bandwagon. He is an amazing kid. Yeah, I'm 31, so I can call him a kid, and yeah, he's just really good. That's a triple double, 43 points, and then he hit the game winner against the Clipper, no less. Who, by the way, people are saying one of the top contenders for the title this year, and for a 21-year-old, minus their second best player in the team, and to carry his team against a very, very good team in the Clippers and hit the game winner against a good defensive team, although the one guarding him is not really a good defender, but he hit the game winner there. High pressure shot. He did not. This was his first playoff matchup like ever in the NBA, and so this is in terms of difficulty, this is a high difficulty shot, and he hit that at the age of 21. And so, kudos to this kid. I think he's gonna be a terrific player for years to come. He's probably the next LeBron James when LeBron James, whenever he's ready to give up the throne and really just retire, because LeBron is still really good. So maybe I'd still go for LeBron right now, not Luka. But if we're talking about potential and all the years that he's gonna give for the NBA, then Luka is the way to go. Yeah. Anyway, that's all. Again, that's episode 48. Yeah, 48 of Schizo the podcast, and it's me, Miguel. Thank you for watching. I'd love for you to chime in the next time, but yeah, no one chimed in today, so that's okay. Episode 49 would be on Friday at night, and I'll see you guys then. Bye, and have a great night.